KNAC.com. How you all doing today? Thanks for joining us. I'm excited to talk to Thrash Legends from Germany, TANKARD and Gerre. And we're here to talk about this amazing box set for 1,000 beers that highlights their early career. How you doing, Gerre?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. And yeah, this is a first big thing this year, 2022, 40 years of TANKARD. We never thought about that, starting that stuff 40 years ago, still to be here. The first big highlight this year, and the second highlight will be our new album coming out in September. At the moment, we just finished the recordings, just going through it next weekend. And yeah, then we started to mix the album, but at the moment we concentrate on the vinyl box and CD box, all the stuff we did with Noise Records from 86 to 95.
Nice, nice. Now, growing up, when you guys were developing TANKARD, like at what point did you start seeing it like just take off and guys were like, just, whoa, we have something here?
We know all each other from school, and we were big fans of the new wave of British heavy metal in the end of the 70s, beginning of the 80s. And then TANKARD was formed in 82. I mean, we were 14, 15 years old. And yeah, and then 2 years later, 1 year later, 2 years later, the first Exodus came out, the first Metallica, the first Slayer. Don't forget the first Exciter, Heavy Metal Maniac album from Canada, one of my top 5 fave metal albums forever. And so we were really influenced by that. And yeah, then we got a record deal. First album came out in 86, and then the real breakthrough was with the second album, 87, with Chemical Invasion, I really would say. And then we really know, oh, something's going on here. So yeah, and it's amazing still to be a part of the metal scene after so many years.
40 years is quite an accomplishment. And it's, I think, great, especially nowadays, or at least my opinion, it's seeing like all these old school bands still doing it, still kicking ass, and still they haven't lost the stride. Like you guys, it's not like you guys sold out. You guys kept it true, and you have fun doing it. It seems like you guys have a great time doing it.
Yeah, we still have a lot of fun doing that kind of music. I mean, it's not so easy with thrash metal doing 40 years thrash metal, you know. But yeah, we're just a little bit proud of it, never to give up, you know, reunion after 10 years, split up or something like that, especially in the, middle until the end of the 90s. I mean, yeah, heavy metal was not that popular. Heavy metal in general was not that popular anymore. It was a crunch time. And thrash metal in special, I mean, we had 3 shows in 1998 or something like that. So nobody was really interested anymore. But we kept on going, and yeah. So we are still here, and yeah. As I told you before, a little bit proud never to give up.
Yeah, that's great. And TANKARD has a loyal following, and I think part of that following is your guys' love for beer. I was saying before it's a little early for beer for me, but I have my own little version of a TANKARD here, you know. So cheers to you and everyone in TANKARD. Gotta take a drink for you guys. I have a high appreciation for beer. I'm a large beer drinker myself, and tell me some of your favorite beers that you like to drink.
I prefer the beer in backstage because it's for free.
I love that answer. I love that answer.
Yeah, you know, the thing with this kind of beer image, it really started with our second demo tape in 85. I mean, the first demo tape called Heavy Metal Vanguard. I mean, this is, somehow a typical title for that time. And then we had black metal, we had thrash metal, we had speed metal, we had all this poser stuff, all these poser bands. And then we just did a joke and say, yeah, we create a new style of metal. We call it alcoholic metal. And then we did everything for that kind of image with albums like Chemical Invasion and The Morning After. And then in the 90s, in the middle of the 90s, we want to really get a little bit rid of this kind of image, but of course it totally failed. And so nowadays, we do a lot of jokes about our own image, and we have to live with that. But yeah, some people, they just reduce Tankard all the time to this beer thing. And but the music is 100% totally serious. And I think Tankard is really a band, combining thrash metal and and fun, but
fun.
On the other side, we have always a good mixture of funny lyrics and, of course, very serious lyrics. So,
totally.
So if Tankard would bring out an album now 100% seriously, nobody would believe us, and so
like,
we have to live with that. We have to live with that kind of image, but if we are totally fine with that.
Yeah, totally. And like I said, it shows that you guys are still having fun with it. And I mean, it's business. It's a serious thing. After 40 years, you got to take it seriously. But I mean, I think that's important in music, because the fans want to see that a band having a good time, not just on boring on stage and just doing, it gets boring after a while. You want to see a band that is a good, just entertaining live. And you guys always bring it entertaining. Like I haven't been fortunate to see you guys yet. Do you have any plans of coming to the States soon?
At the moment, there are no plans. At the moment, all the plans are, the situation in Europe, especially in Germany, is that there are no shows at the moment, no shows allowed. And because of the coronavirus, and all the shows planned the last 2 years were postponed or canceled. I mean, we had 5 shows last year, and in 2020 we had 3 shows. This is nothing, and playing in front of 100 people wearing a mask and have to sit on their seats and all that stuff. So, but I think everything will get better now. In spring or in summer, there will some open air festivals will take place, I guess. And so it's difficult to plan everything at the moment. I mean, there are a lot of shows booked for this year, but nobody knows if they take place or not. So especially for bands, they are as big like Tankard and they have to live from the music. It's really, really a hard time.
It is.
Because you have no money. Yeah, I mean, and some clubs are already closed, and I don't know if the times before Corona will be back for 100%. I don't know exactly, but I hope it will getting better in the next couple of months. Totally. And of course, we really would love to come back to the States. We just played 2 times, and I would love to come over for a couple of shows, and in the evening then we are gonna have a beer together, maybe.
Totally. Oh, several beers, my friend, several beers, because we can toss them back. One thing that really helps people get by this semi-dark time is just, I think, a new appreciation for music. And again, we're talking with Gerre of Tankard, and we're talking about the new box set coming out. You have Zombie Attack, Chemical Invasion, The Morning After, The Meaning of Life, Stone Cold Sober, and Two-Faced, all part of this huge box set. DVDs, artwork, crazy photographs.
And the Tankard. And the album, The Tankard.
The Tankard, and The Tankard as well.
Yeah.
Have you seen the set yourself? Did you guys get to check it out, and hold it and check out all that?
We are in connection with BMG because they have the rights for all this old noise stuff, and they brought out all the albums a couple of years ago. They brought out the albums, and then they asked, you're gonna celebrate your 40th birthday? What's about doing a great celebration box from from those years, 86 to 95. And so we were involved. So we choose this bootleg video from 87, playing the first time outside from Germany in Eindhoven in the Netherlands. And I mean, 87, I was, I don't know, 20, 21 years old. So it's really funny to watch that. So I have millions of these old VHS cassettes, you know. And yeah, so I met with our bass player, Frank. He's also from the first day of Tankard with me. And he had an old video recorder, and it really functioned. And so we had a great evening to watch all those old videos. And then I don't know why, but we choose this one. Yeah. So this is really bootleg quality, but it's yeah, it's really fun at that time.
Yeah, you know, the early days, you know, bootlegs were how bands got noticed, right? Like your tape trading and share, like, oh, check out this new band. And, you know, because there was no, I mean, you guys were around before like the whole social network thing. Like it was all just tape trading and mailing them out, right? Because I mean, a band from Germany is like, how do you, what do you think contributed to the success of Tankard all these years?
Yeah, you mentioned these kind of days, writing letters, and I think the first contact I had to the United States was a singer of Hyrex, Caton.
Oh shit!
And yeah, he's a crazy guy, and he's a crazy guy. And yeah, you're right. Tape trading. You had no internet and stuff like that. Yeah, unbelievable for young kids nowadays. But yeah, writing letters to the Heavy Metal Maniac fan club in Canada, and after 40 years, still waiting for an answer. Yeah, that were yeah, funny times. And you know, the first time I had a magazine from the Netherlands called Artshock. It was one of the first metal magazines. Wow. And I kept it in my hands and said, wow, a magazine about heavy metal music? What the fuck is that? That's amazing. So nowadays we talk over Skype, see each other, and yeah, but you know, great to be a part of the beginning of this whole metal stuff, you know, end of the 70s, beginning of the 80s. Amazing.
Well, shout out to Kane. He's a buddy of mine too, and I know exactly. I'll tell him you said hello. And
yeah, he should give me an email. He don't answer at the moment. Kick him in his ass. I have to talk to him.
I will make sure that you guys get in contact again. Believe me.
Yeah, that would be cool, because I think I have an old email address. I don't know.
I'll make sure that you get his information. Now, what's your, aside from the bootleg concert, what's your favorite part of this box set?
Yeah, that's very difficult. I mean, there's something like a little book inside with old cool photos. That's cool. And if you ask me which CD, it's the best one. I always tell the people, of course, the first one, because it all started, and the latest one we did because you're involved and had so much, so much work with it. But I have to choose. If I have to pick one album, it's Stolkorn Solber, because I think it's a little bit underrated and there are really some cool songs on it.
Awesome.
So again, check it out.
Again, we're talking about the 40th anniversary, the box set for 1,000 Beers. It's due out February 25th. Make sure you get the pre-orders in. Now, you mentioned that you guys are going to be releasing an album in September. How's the writing process for that? Are you guys done with recording and everything?
Yeah, I think we've finished with recordings for 95%. At the weekend, we go back to the studio, check everything, especially the vocals. And maybe I have to do some parts new, but 95% of the stuff is done. And then the mix gonna start, and hopefully, yeah, I hopefully beginning of March, the album should be ready. And it will be out in September. Reaper Entertainment.
Reaper Entertainment? No longer a Nuclear Blast?
No longer. They sold 90% of they sold 90% of Nuclear Blast, and now nobody works there anymore. We had a good relationship too. Everything is new, and we ask kindly to get out of the contract, and they kindly answered yes, no problem. So
Wow.
everything is cool. And our old promoter, Florian Mills, he is the owner of Reaper Entertainment. And so he's a great friend of us. He's a big Tankard fan. And so everything's cool. We are really looking forward.
Reaper Music, okay. In September, hopefully in time for my birthday, we'll be blasting that shit, throwing some beers back. Awesome, awesome. Now going back to the box set, when you're going through all these photos and the bootlegs, what's one of the tell us a memory that you have of either live or just when you're in the studio with the band. What's something that comes to mind that you want to share with the fans?
I mean, there are some photos I didn't see for, I don't know, 30 years. You know, that's amazing. And you get back into your mind what all albums you did. A couple of weeks, I really had a nice evening. I just really listened to songs of albums I didn't listen to a couple of years. And that was a song of Tankard. Cool stuff. What was in your mind to write lyrics about that? And yeah, so a lot of memories coming back. And a couple of days, there was the picture on Instagram when Metallica supports Twisted Sister in Frankfurt, in our hometown city, Frankfurt, Germany, back in '84. So the Kill 'Em All album was out, and there is a picture after the show somewhere in Frankfurt with Lars Ulrich and James Hetfield and a very, very 17 years old Gerre. And I don't know. They put it on Instagram, and these are great memories. It was my first Metallica show ever. They blowed everything away at that time. That was really, really amazing. And so a lot of good old memories coming back. And now we have to prepare our old bones for the next 40 years.
Yeah, we'll be here cheering you on. Hopefully, I don't know, what do you think? You think we could get a German version of the Big Four going and have a world tour? I mean, I know people would just line up to see all four of you.
So we are open for everything, open-minded for everything. Yeah, they tried to do some shows a couple of years together, but then it failed. I mean, to put all four bands together, it's not so easy. But to do some shows together would be really awesome. I really would love to do that. But
I think it would sell out everywhere, I think.
I'm not the organizer of that. I don't know, but I really would appreciate that kind of project.
Yeah, we'll start the wave. We'll start the word going out there, and people watch this interview, and we're gonna start the conversation. So next year, maybe once things are more free, we're gonna have the Teutonic Big Four, come to our or at least somewhere nearby, But again, Gerre, vocalist, Tankard, legendary German Thrashers, 40 years. 40 years, my friend. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot.
Box set for 1,000 beers due out in February. Thank you for your time. Do you have any words for your loyal fans or new fans that are going to be hearing you for the first time?
Yeah, so unbelievable 40 years of Tankard. Thanks a lot for the fans worldwide for their support. Without the fans, a band would be nothing. That's 100% for sure. And my last message is stay heavy, stay thirsty, and the most important thing, stay healthy. Keep on banging.
Yes. I love that. Very good, very good. Gerre, thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Give a horns and a hails and a cheers to the rest of the Tankard for me. And I will definitely get you in contact with Caden, okay?
That would be awesome. Maybe he's afraid of me. I don't know, but I'm a lovely guy. I have to talk to him. Okay?
Totally. All right, brother.
Okay.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you. Keep on banging. Bye. Bye. Thanks a lot.